people, the masters work through people to help them with what they need, and if you follow through on that guidance, you can receive a blessing.
Today, I'm sharing a very special interview with Peter Mount Shasta, who was given his name by Ascended Master Saint Germain, who appeared before him in physical form in Muir Woods, California in 1973. We invite you to stick around. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Can you tell us a little bit about the I Am teachings?
Sure. Well, it's people use the term I am quite frequently during the day, but frequently there's negative thoughts attached to it. So I don't even like to say the negative terms at all, because then I have to work on dissolving it. But like frequently, like when people wake up in the morning, there's a lot of negative things, like you think of certain problems you have to work on, and then you feel kind of a burden. But instead, you can say, I am the great divine director of this day, or I am happy, or whenever you say I am, whatever words follow that is what you create. It's the power of your attention. So my teacher Pearl used to say, what you put your attention on is what you become. So that's where affirmations come in. You say, I am happy, or I am the healing presence of God in action. I am blessing everybody I meet today. I am blessing everyone I think about. I am the presence protecting my children in school today. Whatever, have positive thoughts. I am divine abundance. I am guided, I know one morning I woke up a few years ago, and I was thinking of all the problems that I had to handle during the day. And, I was starting to get depressed thinking about those problems. And then I remembered this song by James Brown, I Feel Good. I knew that I would, and wow, I suddenly felt fantastic. And I jumped out of bed and I felt great. And the whole day, everything worked perfectly. Miracles happened, And so you can say that when you get up. I feel good. I am the presence of God in action in this body. And I am being guided and directed at every moment. And then pause to feel the guidance in your heart. The guidance is not a voice. It could come as a voice, but don't expect it to come as a voice. Most often it comes just as a feeling. And then, you test it. Does this feel good or not? If it doesn't feel good, then it's not the true guidance. The true guidance will feel good, And I really would encourage people to follow that feeling, which your ability to do that gets stronger the more you meditate. So I would really avoid going to psychic channels, because not that truth doesn't come through sometimes, but also sometimes there are other entities that come through. And a lot of psychic channels have consulted me because they feel negative energies intruding on their lives, Like they wonder why these entities seem to be attacking them while they're, in dreams, while they're asleep, or they feel that because they're calling forth that negative. Well, they're trying to maybe get positive beings, but sometimes, there are negative beings around, Yeah, lots of times guidance will come through a friend, or it could come through a teacher or something. But the Ascended Masters really do not spend their time, for the most part, working through psychic channels. They want people to get it in themselves,
That's important.
And that's like my teacher, really Pearl, that Saint Germain sent me to. She said, Saint Germain is working with you. And I said, well, I don't hear anything. Would you please channel the message? And she said, no, if I channel, that would weaken you. I want the master wants you to feel it within. And she said, he's giving you guidance, but it's not coming verbally. When you get to a certain moment when you need to act, you will know intuitively what to do, but you will perceive it as intuition. And she said the highest form of guidance is simply to spontaneously do the right thing.
Where you don't question it?
Yeah, not question it, but to row, seeing a flight of birds, casting rune stones, guidance, or, I like sometimes I'm thinking about doing something and I see a number on the clock. It'll say like 11:33 or something. And I think, oh, well, that's a confirmation or something. These are all kind of fun things, but don't give your power away totally to it. You know what I mean? And even the tarot is lots of fun, and guidance can definitely come through depending on the wisdom of the person reading the cards,
That's interesting, yeah.
So I don't say throw out your tarot cards, but guidance is sort of, you get confirmation from various things, but ultimately when it comes down to acting, it should feel right, like, I don't know, some woman just showed up in Mount Shasta because some psychic told her she was meant to go here, and that she was supposed to contact me and I would know what she was supposed to do next, that I would take her inside the mountain. Well, I hadn't a clue. I didn't know who this woman was. I didn't get any guidance about that. So she flew here from a foreign country, spent a lot of money, and got here, and she said I was supposed to help her with her problems because this psychic in her home country told her that I was going to solve this problem for her, and I would take her into the mountain and I would do all these things. So I said, I'm sorry, I didn't get that guidance. I don't know who you are or why you're here. I will pray to Saint Germain to help you, I can teach you the I am. I can teach you to meditate, but, so she had totally relied on the psychic, and I see people here every time I go into town that are confused because some psychic told them to come here and, open a portal or activate this ray. I had friends almost died on the mountain because the psychic in LA told them they were supposed to go on the mountain and seal the aura of the planet. And they went off in a snowstorm and they almost died,
Wow.
Anyway. But I am is how you say, I am God in action, then feel, God, please give me the feeling to do what I am meant to do and dissolve and consume any false guidance or any thoughts about doing something that I shouldn't do. And then you start to move in a certain direction, of the guidance. Then either it's going to feel better, or it's going to feel worse. If it feels worse, stop and say that was just my mind. It wasn't the real guidance, Then try going in the other direction. I frequently get this when I'm driving my car. I think I'm going to the store or the post office, but on the way I hear, park over there, and I park, and then I get out, and there's someone that was looking for me that didn't have my phone number that I was meant to contact,
Yeah. Sounds like a lot of trust, that we have to learn to trust our intuition and go with that, because a lot of people just like turn away from that.
Exactly. It's even beyond the intuition. It's just the feeling. Pearl called it the innate feeling for right direction. It's a feeling, Like, I don't know, about a month ago, I was downtown Mount Shasta and I saw two women on the street corner. They looked lost. They had their cell phones out and they were trying to find something, And I just heard, I didn't even hear. It just felt like those women look lost, like they're trying to find something. So I just walked up to them and said, may I help you? And they said, oh, looking for a certain restaurant. And I said, oh, it's down that street over there. And they said, thank you so much. Well, one of them had just bought my book in Soul Connections, this store here. And she didn't realize I was the author until she opened it up to read it and saw my picture. And she said, oh, that was the guy that came up to us on the street, you know? And since then, I've heard from both of them. They've emailed me, and that contact on the street started a connection where I'm able to give them some guidance and teachings, you know. So it was beyond just finding the restaurant, that there was some reason to make contact, you know.
Yeah, I love how things like that happen.
Yeah.
Yes, that's beautiful. Serendipitous.
Yeah, no, I don't know how, you know, Amanda was guided to contact me somehow, and she's been a great service in getting these I am teachings out in the public, you know. So, because I don't have much skill with social media, and she's been helping me with that, you know.
Good. She's good at that.
Very good.
Thank you. You know, for me, it was just that inner voice just saying, like, I have to reach out to him. Why? I don't know, because I was shaking in my boots, just so nervous, you know. It's not normally like me to reach out to like a stranger, even though I felt like I've known you a million years after watching all of your videos and reading your books and whatnot. But I'm glad I did. And I'm really glad that I can help you.
I'm glad you did also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a woman in Australia, Deborah, who's making some videos to help get my teachings out. And she said she saw my first video and she heard Saint Germain saying, contact Peter, you know, and she thought, I don't know, he's a famous writer. How should I contact him and so on? She said, so finally she sent me an email. She said, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I was told to contact you. And I said, well, I need help with some getting my website more known and, you know, so on. She said, oh, that's her area of expertise. You know, she's very good at that. So, you know, people, the masters work through people to help them with what they need, you know, and if you follow through on that guidance, you can receive a blessing. You know? I mean,
so
Amanda has some special children, you know, and, you know, one of them has even edited my book, which I mean, 9 years old. That's amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's rereading it right now, actually.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The first one, I Am the Open Door, or
I Am the Key to Mastery.
Oh, I Am the Key. Yeah, that's my most recent book. That's amazing.
Yeah. He just finished Lady Master Pearl. I think that was the second time reading it, but it's so interesting how he'll open up like these kid books, blow through it in a day, like get nothing from it, and then he chooses to like read your work. So I don't stop him in any way.
That's beautiful.
I definitely encourage it. Yeah.
And he's 9, is that right?
He actually just turned 10 yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday to the little guy.
Yeah, thank you, Mr.
Happy
Jordan.
birthday, Jordan.
Thank you. I'll share the love.
He's definitely a master in training, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. That's so cool.
See, when I was his age, I didn't really believe in God, but I used to go into samadhi. Like I would go into the oneness, and I didn't have a name for it or know what to call it, but it happened sometimes even in school. Even standing up, I would just go into an altered state of bliss, you know. Then I would come back and people would be standing around saying, Peter, where are you? Come back, you know. And they'd say, where did you go? And I say, I didn't go anywhere. And they say, yeah, you've been standing here for a minute with, you know, staring into space, you know. So, but I wish I'd had a book like my book explain to me what was happening, you know. Say, I am the great divine director of my life and world. I am the resurrection and the life of my divine mission on earth, now made fully manifest.
That's
So,
fantastic. Thank you so much.
my pleasure.